that's pretty much everything, mate. As I said, total investment is 3K. So next steps from here, basically send you through a link, make a payment. I'll send you the link to join the school community, add you to the WhatsApp group, and then, yeah, we'll be ready to go. So yeah, how does that sound to you? Should we get you going?
Yeah, sounds good, Ben. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to take a couple of days just to kind of think about everything. We've gone over quite a lot, and I'll probably get back to you by the end of the week. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure. No worries, man. I mean, the most important thing for me before you do that, based on everything we've spoken about today, the program, what's on offer, in your opinion, do you genuinely feel like what we do here can actually get you to that 10K per month mark, being able to spend more time with your family and travel that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And why do you feel like it actually can there?
Well, obviously, you've got all the training there, you've got the weekly calls, and obviously you've got job opportunities as well. So, I definitely think, you've got the everything there that I'd be kind of looking for. I don't know, quite like to think about things first.
Yeah, for sure. And when you say like, think about it, like what's coming up for you that's making you wanna go away and think about it just to see if I can help?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I do need to kind of think about everything. Before I signed up to another mentor in the past, like a year ago, and kind of got scammed, to be honest. Like it just didn't really work out and lost quite a bit of money. So I guess I just want to make sure this time I'm not diving in and you making the same mistake again.
Yeah, 100%, man. Completely understand that. In terms of that money, just before we go any further, like let's say the program was free. Would you do it then?
Yeah, 100%.
And why would you though? That I get it that it's free, but that still requires time, effort, and energy on your end. Like, why would you still do that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like it'd be free, so there'd be no risk, right? But obviously, you've got the job boards in there and all these opportunities. You've got the training, and I do feel like you would help me get towards my goals of where I want to go. Like I said, just want to make sure that I'm not going to get scammed again.
Yeah, for sure, man. And with the money, like, is it a case that you have the full investment and you're just, again, a bit unsure about the sort of scams and uncertainty there? Or is it a case that you just don't have the money? Either or is completely fine, man.
No, I have the full amount. I have the full 3,000. Yeah, like I said, just want to make sure, I'm not going to get scammed this time.
100%, 100%. In terms of that scam, like obviously, you've been on a call with me today. Seems like you're a pretty busy guy. I know you work in recruitment, so I know you guys don't have many hours in the day. Do you think you would have jumped on a call and spent an hour with me if you thought that I was a scammer?
Probably not. No.
No. So it's fair to say you knew when you came on the call today that I wasn't a scammer, or you wouldn't have wasted your time, right?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay. So what do you say we just get you going, mate? We just get you started, because I'm not going to scam you.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, should we go for it?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Cool.
Yeah, Ben, sounds good. What I'm going to do, I just want to sort of take everything away from here. I've got a couple other calls booked in with some other sales mentors, so kind of just going to see how those calls go, see different prices, and then kind of make a decision from there. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, for sure, man. And not a problem. Before you go away and do that, most important thing for me by far is that based on everything we've spoken about today, do you genuinely feel like what we do here can actually get you to a point where you can make that 8K per month and spend more time with your family and travel the world like you mentioned before?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. You don't seem so certain.
No, like, I think it can. Yeah.
You think it can, or it can?
I mean, obviously, it takes that like commitment in everything like that from my side, and I guess obviously if I do stay committed, I do feel like you can help. Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, let me rephrase the question. Is there anything we've gone over today that makes you feel like what we do can't get you to your goals of making that money and doing those things?
No, I think obviously if I put in my side of the effort, like, you can obviously get me towards, where I need to go. Yeah.
Okay. So you just to be clear, you definitely feel like we can get you to those goals.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And why do you feel like we can? I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've got everything like set up. You've got past students doing well, and you're going to give us like training. You've got the group calls every day, and obviously the job opportunities as well. Which is really good. To obviously helping to get a role to allow me to make 8-10K a month. So yeah, it all looks really good, to be fair.
Cool. Awesome. So what's really coming up for you that's making you want to go away and jump on these other calls, and yeah, what's coming up for you, man?
I guess it's like anything. If I'm going out to buy something, kind of like just shop around a little bit just to make sure what I am going to go for is going to be the best thing for me. So I was just thinking, yeah, I'll do these other calls, and then see which one's going to be best for me and what I'm looking for.
Okay. And what would be best for you? Like how do you know if something's best for you?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what you don't know, right? So there might be something on there, that these guys offer that I've never seen before. But I mean, I think the most important thing for me is obviously getting that training, and obviously finding the role, which I think is going to be probably the hardest that I wouldn't be able to do by myself. So as long as there's all those things in place, and I can see myself making that transition fully, then that's when of course going to make sense for me. But just want to make sure how the prices align as well, and just I think
Okay.
it'd be fair to see everything. Yeah.
Makes sense. And in terms of the pricing, just so I can be clear, like, is it a case that you have the full investment to invest into us, and you're just, again, a bit unsure, want to assess options, or is it a case that you actually don't have the full investment? Either or is completely fine, by the way.
No, like I've got like enough invested, like set aside to go ahead with whichever kind of mentor. So yeah, the money's not an issue. It's just more making sure it's going to be right for me.
Okay. And if we can dive into that a little bit more, when you say right for you, would you say if we can get you to 10K per month or 8K per month, like you mentioned, would you say that would be right for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's what my goals I'm looking for, and if whichever mentor that is, if I get there, it's happy days.
Okay. So it's less about who gets you there. It's more about getting to the goal, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Because if I said to you, Jed, I'm going to pay you 8K per month to sit in front of the TV and have a wank and watch Netflix, would you do it?
Yeah, man, I do it.
Okay, cool. So it's less about the vehicle, it's more about the result. But the main thing is that you genuinely think we can get you to that 8K per month, correct?
Yeah, no, I definitely think you can with what you've got set in place. Just obviously want to have a look on these other calls.
Okay, for sure, man. But if I could challenge you on that, right? You think we can get you to your goal? Like, why even bother go away and speak to these other people if you know we can get you there? Like, what else are you really looking for?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there might be some magical thing on there that I've never seen before, and really wows me. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just being a bit optimistic, I guess. Yeah, I guess just to see, so that I know, okay, these are what these guys do, these are what this guy does, just so I know in my mind I've kind of assessed everything, and then I can sort of pick the one that most sort of suits me.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Well, do you mind if I share a perspective on that for a second?
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay. Well, you're from London, right?
Yeah.
So when you go out in London, say you go to a bar, right? And are you single at the moment? You are, aren't you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that you go to the bar and you're chatting to a girl and you're getting along with her, and you think, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna buy her a drink, see where the night takes us, and you think, you know what? I want to go home with this girl. I'm gonna try and bring her back to my place. At that point in the night, do you then say to this girl, hang on a second, just give me 20, 30 minutes. I'm just going to go and chat to every other girl in this bar, and ask them the same questions and just assess the options. But I'll be back to you in a second. Would you say that to them?
Nah, definitely not.
No, because that girl is getting you to your desired outcome, right? You can go home with her, you can sleep with her, whatever you want to do, right? That's not the point. But you see what I'm saying? So in this situation, like, in order to get to your result as quickly as possible, like, what do you feel like you need to do? Do you feel like becoming the Jed making 8K per month? Do you think, you know, let's say Jed making 8K per month was sat next to you right now. Do you think he would say, let's go away and assess the options and, you know, see which one is right for us? Or do you think he would go, nah, let's go balls deep into this. Let's make it happen. And let's put in that effort that's required to get there. Because ultimately, like you said to me earlier, it's all about the effort, right? It's on you to get there. And you think we can help you. So what do you feel like you need to do?
It's good, man. Yeah, I think I need to do it, to be fair, yeah.
So what do you say? Should we get this rocking and rolling?
Yeah, let's do it, Ben. Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's do it.
Cool, Ben. Sounds good. If it's okay with you, I'm just going to swing it past my missus. Just going to make sure she's okay with everything. And yeah, then after that, if she's all good, I'll come back to you, get her paid, and we can get started.
No stress, brother. No stress at all. And what's your girlfriend's name, by the way?
Lucy.
Lucy. Okay. Well, let's just put Lucy for a side. Let's just put Lucy aside for a second. For you, like based on this conversation, what we've spoken about, do you, in your opinion, genuinely feel like what we do here can actually get you to that 8K per month and, you know, ultimately spending more time with Lucy and being able to travel, do the things we spoke about?
Yeah, I think it can for sure. We're just kind of like a bit of a team, so we always just, you know, keep each other updated with what we're doing and things like that. So it's just more just to make sure she's on board with it. Like I said, I'm kind of on board. So, and then we'll go from there, Ben.
Yeah, for sure. And just respectfully, obviously, Lucy aside, like in your opinion, like you genuinely feel like we can.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm curious, like why do you feel like we can get you there?
You know, everything you kind of run through, like, all sounds really good. You know, the coaching, the group calls every day, and obviously all the opportunities that you share with the guys that are already in there. You know, landing these really sick jobs. So yeah, to me, like, it all fits everything I'm looking for. Just wanna make sure, you know, Lucy's on board with it as well, and we'll get started, man.
Yeah, for sure. And that makes sense. And in terms of Lucy, like, does she know that you're looking into wanting to get into high ticket sales and, you know, ultimately quit your job?
Yeah, she knows I've been looking into it for quite a while. And I, you know, was on this call today. She knows I'm on this, so yeah, she knows I'm going for it.
Nice, man. And how does she feel about you being able to, you know, quit your job, do this full time, you know, make the 8 to 10K per month like we spoke about, and travel with her? How does she feel about that?
Yeah, she'd love that. Yeah, I think she'd love you know, when I get to that point. You know, and obviously we're both traveling the world or, you know, doing whatever. Yeah, she'd love it, man.
Nice, brother. Seems like you've got a good one there, supportive one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's say, I don't know, let's say you go and speak with Lucy and you know, talk about things that we spoke about today. What would happen if she said no and she was like, nah, I don't want you to do this? What would you do then? I'm curious.
Truthfully, like, I probably would just respect her decision and not go ahead with it, you know, for whatever reason. Yeah, to be honest. So hopefully she doesn't say no, but yeah, if she did, then probably wouldn't do it, man.
Okay. And just remind me, like, ultimately, what's the goal here? Like, what is the goal? Is it like, tell me, remind me.
Yeah, so goal is to leave the 9 to 5, right? You know, work remotely, make, you know, 10K a month, 20K and beyond, and, you know, just have that sort of freedom and, yeah, everything like that.
Yeah. And ultimately that's gonna benefit Lucy, right? Like you said to me earlier, like you're doing this for her ultimately, right?
Yeah, definitely, for, you know, for both of us.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're doing this for her, then she can't be the reason that you don't do it, right?
Yeah, I guess
Because what
so.
if she does say no? Then you're not going to be able to start working towards that goal and ultimately achieve these goals for yourself, but also for her, right? So, you know, she can't be the reason that you don't do it, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay. So what's really coming up for you then that's making you want to go away and have a chat with her? Because of the money or what?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just I just kind of wanted to run it past her at least, let her know I am going to go ahead and do this, just so she knows, you and yeah, just so she knows really.
Okay, so it's not to do with the money or anything, no?
No, like, I've got my money saved. It's more out of kind of like respect. I'm going to let her know that I'm doing this. She say, yeah, sounds good, and I'll make the payment to you probably by the end of the day.
For sure, no worries, brother. Do you mind if I share a perspective on that? Is that cool with you?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the saying "heavy is the head that wears the crown"?
I think I've heard of it. Yeah, not really too sure what it
Okay.
means, but
You're not too sure? Okay. Well, ultimately, it's not the weight of the actual crown that's heavy, right? It's the responsibility that comes with wearing the crown. Does that make sense?
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And in this context with you and Lucy, like ultimately, who is going to be the person who is going to be getting up every day, doing these early morning role play sessions, applying to these jobs, learning sales, and putting in that grind, basically going through thick and thin to achieve their goals? Like, is that going to be you or Lucy?
It's gonna be me.
Okay. And who is it who's been researching high ticket sales, has had the context of our conversation today, and is ultimately the person who's going to be putting in the work again? Like, is that going to be you or is that going to be Lucy, respectfully?
It's me. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say it's fair to put the responsibility of this decision into Lucy's hands when ultimately she's not going to be the one who is going to be showing up every day, doing the work that's required to get to the goal that's going to benefit both of you ultimately? Do you think it's fair to put that decision on her?
No, probably not,
Why not?
because respectfully, she kind of like obviously hasn't been on the call. She doesn't really know, you know, the ins and outs of what I'm gonna have to do each day, and ultimately, it is going to be me, who is going to be applying to these jobs, putting in the hours of learning high ticket sales. So she hasn't kind of got the full context. So I guess she can't really make a decision for me on that.
Mm. And look, man, I'm not trying to like put you on the spot with that, but ultimately, what do you feel like you need to do to put yourself in the best position so that when you go to bed tonight, you've done everything you possibly can to actually achieve this goal of being able to travel with yourself, but also with Lucy, and help her as much as possible? Like, what do you feel like you need to do?
Probably just need to make that decision, take it on myself, and just smash it and put in all the work that's needed.
Okay. So what does that actually look like though?
Probably us getting started, get into the group, and just start grafting.
Okay. So should we get you started?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. Thanks, Ben. Really appreciate your time. I just want to have a little think over everything. And I'll get back to you, say, by the end of the week, if that's cool with you, man.
Yeah. No worries, brother. No worries. Well, look, most important thing for me before you go away, based on everything we've spoken about, do you genuinely think that what we do here in my program can actually get you to the 10K per month mark?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, right? Yeah, I think it could.
Yeah, man. Nothing is guaranteed. You know, I don't know. I mean, I could step out my door later today and get fucking hit by a bus, right? Dying.
Good.
Same thing could happen to you, right? That's a possibility. I guess what we have to do, or what we need to do as humans, is put ourselves in the best position to win, right? Nothing's guaranteed, but you've got to place yourself in the best position to win. Do you feel like this program is putting you in the best position to win?
Yeah, obviously, if I put the work in from my side, turn up to the call, learn all the content, and actually apply myself, like I definitely think, yeah, like I think it can do. Yeah.
100%. Well, that's all part of it, right? You are going to have to put in that effort as well. It's a 50-50 effort from both ends. I guess I'm curious, why do you think we can get you there?
Obviously everything's really laid out well. There's a good structure to everything, really starting from sort of scratch all the way to, getting to the end where you're able to apply for roles and, try and get on these offers where you're making 10K plus a month, which is what we're all here for, right? So I think what everything you have is, all good and laid out and, I can succeed. I guess, I just I don't really want to make a decision like right now on the call. So I probably just have a bit of time to think about that.
No worries, brother. No worries. In terms of that, like not wanting to make a decision right now, it's completely okay. What's sort of coming up that's making you not want to do that? Again, just to see if I could actually help you.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a big investment, um, for me anyway. So I just want to see, what I can kind of work out and if it's going to work for me, um, and everything like that.
Yeah, no worries, brother. And I appreciate that. It's not a small amount of money. But would you agree that, going from 2K per month where you're at right now to 10K per month is also a pretty big step, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. Well, in terms of that money, I don't know, let's say the program was free. Would you do it?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. And why would you do it though? Because, you still got to put that time, effort, and energy in. It's not just click your fingers and I'm making 10K per month sort of job.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it'd be free, which is the obvious thing, but it's something I want to do. Like, I really wanted to get into high ticket sales for a while and quit the 9 to 5. And I think everything you have in your program will allow me to do that. Um, yeah, I guess it's just kind of the money for me, really.
Okay, cool. And in terms of that money, just so I can be clear, like, is it a case that you have the full amount and you're just a bit unsure, or is it a case that you just genuinely don't have the full amount? Either or is completely okay.
Uh, yeah, like, to be honest, I just don't have 3K right now, like to hand. Um, yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay. And this is really important. Let's say you had the 3K, would you do it?
Yeah, like mate, like I had the 3K here now, I would pay it 100%, take my money sort of thing. I really see the value in what you have. I just, yeah, unfortunately can't do that.
Okay, no worries, brother. So it's literally just a case of if the money got sorted, you would go ahead and you get started.
Yeah, like if I could pay all of that right now and go ahead, I would do it, without a doubt.
Okay, cool. Well, in terms of that money, like obviously it's 3K investment. I never want the finances to be the reason why people don't actually get going, starting working towards their goals, of being able to make this kind of money, spend more time with your family, like you mentioned. So are you open to having a conversation about your financial situation so we could see if we could get something in place to maybe make this a bit more digestible for you?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. So currently, how much money do you have in savings that you could invest into this?
Um, I think probably like 1,000 that I would be okay sort of like investing today. I don't know if that works with you guys. It was kind of like all I sort of have.
Okay. So that's like 1,000. You got no other investments, nothing elsewhere. No.
Nothing major now.
Okay. No worries, man. No, it's completely okay. And how much are you saving on average, from the job per month, let's say after bills and everything?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm able to save like quite a decent amount, normally between like 600 to 1,000, kind of depending on, or if I know like I'm going on holiday next month, I'll save like 1,000. If it's, okay, I've just got a bit saved, I might go and spend a little bit. So kind of between 600 to 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we go 1,000 down today? We can get you started, get you in the program, working towards the goals, and then we'll go 1,000 next month, and then 1,000 the month after. How does that sound?
Yeah, that would work a lot better for me. Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Okay, so should we go for that?
Yeah, if you can do that and then I'll get everything sorted my side and make that payment now.
Okay, awesome, brother. I'll send you the link over now.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries, bro.
Okay, Ben, appreciate everything gone over. Just want a little bit of time. Probably just a couple hours. Just want to run through everything and digest. I've made some notes, so just gonna go back over them. And if I could say 5 o'clock, get back to you. Just and we'll go from there. Is that okay?
Yeah, no worries, bro. No worries. Well, look, but before we even have that conversation, based on everything that we've spoken about today, do you genuinely feel like this program can actually get you to your goals? Because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think it could. Yeah.
You think it could?
Well, I mean, nothing's guaranteed, right? So yeah, I think yeah, no, it can. No, definitely. Like if I, put the work in from my side, stay consistent, you have everything in place for me to be successful. I guess obviously it's just myself. I need to make sure I'm ready to go ahead and ready to, really commit. And then yeah, I can be successful with that.
Okay. So you definitely think we can get you there, just to be clear.
Yeah, I definitely think you can, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And why do you think we, in particular, can get you there?
I think after, you running through everything and everything you have inside your program makes sense with the group calls like every day, um, all the opportunities you share for us to get onto these jobs and make these crazy amounts of money. I definitely think you've got everything in place you need to be successful.
Okay, perfect. So I guess, what's really coming up that's making you want to wait till 5? Like, what do you think the difference is between now and 5 p.m.? I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be 3 hours older, that's for sure. But I just, yeah, I just always like to think about things. I don't ever like to rush decisions just so, in my head it sounds right. I'm making the right decision. I just want to think about it, make sure it's right for me, and then we'll be good to go, Ben.
Okay, awesome. And in terms of that, the money, like, that's all okay? Is it a case that you've got the money and you're just a bit unsure, or is it a case that you actually just don't have the money?
No, I've got money saved up. That's not an issue. I just don't want to sort of willingly, not chuck away 3,000, but you know what I mean, pay. And I haven't thought about it properly. Just don't want to dive head first.
Yeah. No, I get that, man. I get that. And when you say go away and, like, think it through and not dive head first, like, what's actually coming up that's making you want to do that, just to see if I could actually help you?
I mean, there's nothing like really coming up. It wouldn't make sense for me to go ahead with this. Like I said, I just like to assess everything. I don't like to make decisions on the spot. Um, so I just want to, yeah, have a little think, couple hours, make a cup of tea, digest, and I'll get back to
For sure. No, not a problem. I guess, do you feel like this is the way you've always made decisions?
you. Oh yeah, I always want to, you know, think about it. I don't ever want to rush into things.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And would you say, I mean, would it be fair to say that the decisions you've made so far in your life have got you to where you are right now? Would that be fair to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, also, I always like to think about things and never dive in. So I guess, yeah, it's fair to say that I'm here where I am because of that.
Yeah. Like, where you are right now in your life is a cumulative sort of product of all the decisions that you've made. You agree with that as, like, a concept?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. All
Okay.
happens for a reason, right?
Exactly. Right. Well, yeah. Well, that's a whole nother kettle of fish. But do you genuinely, I guess, are you genuinely happy with your current situation?
No, no, I'm not.
Right. Okay. So if the decisions that you've made so far in your life have got you to where you are right now, Jed making 3K a month in recruitment, not enjoying his life, wanting to make change, do you feel like if you keep making decisions the same way, you're going to be able to get to 10K per month, or do you feel like something actually needs to change?
I mean, obviously, yeah, that's why we're on the call. I need the help with getting these skills so that I can make 10K per month. Um, and yeah, I mean, maybe it's fair to say that I'm ready to change my decision, but I don't know. It's kind of just how I've always done things. So it's a bit unnatural for me.
No, 100%. 100%. I understand. I understand it's uncomfortable. Let me, I guess, if I put it like this, think of someone who's like super overweight. I don't know if you have any like very fat friends. I know I have a couple. You know, when someone who's fat's trying to lose weight, you know, what do? They make decisions as if they are a fit person. They eat clean, they eat salads, they exercise more, they get their steps in. And in turn, when they act as if they are in shape, in turn, they become fit. They are in shape, right? This situation with you, what do you want? You want to be able to make 10K per month, right? And be able to provide for your family, right? Is that correct?
Yeah,
In order to become the guy who is making 10K per month from high ticket sales online, you need to make decisions as if you are that person. So let's say Jed making 10K per month was sat next to you right now. What do you feel like he would tell you to do?
well, he was making 10K a month. You'd be like, why are you delaying it? Like, get started.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like he would say, right, let's go away, let's mull over this decision? Or do you think he would say, right, let's go balls to the wall here and commit and actually make this happen? Like, which of those options do you think he would pick?
Definitely pick the go for it and just go all in.
Why would he pick that?
Well, because he's making 10K a month, probably not working his 9 to 5 anymore, and he's seen it as a success. So, why delay that? And everything makes sense. Just do it, I guess.
Right. So what do you feel like you need to do to become Jed making 10K per month? What decision do you feel like you need to make right here, right now, so you can embody that person?
Yeah, he just needs to go for it. Be honest.
Okay. So should we go for it?
Yeah, let's do it then. Come on.